Hello all you YouTube viewers, my name's RC. I just recently started a detailing business, and in the midst of trying to do this, I searched YouTube for any type of video that would help me get started with an inexpensive way to start a mobile wash station, and I couldn't find any videos out there at all. So I decided to make my own now that I've got mine all set up, and maybe other people can benefit from this like I wasn't able to. And I started out with just a 4x6 trailer. You can get them pretty much anywhere. I actually purchased this used. I got a real good deal on it and paid about $400 for it, and it's practically brand new. I bought the water tank off of a guy that was getting rid of it. It's a 55 gallon. Now, you can go as far as 400 gallons if you want, but I was told this may be a little small, but starting out, I find it to be perfect. I can move the trailer around by hand when it's filled. I don't have to use the truck or anything like that, so it's perfect for me. You can get about 5 washes out of this, depending on the vehicles that you're going to wash. Now, if you're going to wash, the bigger trucks and SUVs and stuff, then you're probably looking at about 3, 3 or 4, depending on how much you use. But let's show you what I got set up here. Now, I just use standard 3/4 PVC here, and I put my on-off valve in line there so we can shut the water off if there's a problem, and we don't lose all the water out of the tank. Now this copper piece here, that was a vital instrument in this process. It helped me figure out, or actually not really figure out, but get this operating correctly. Now I used the clear hose just so you could see, the water flow and make sure that you're getting water from the tank to the pump and there's no problem there. The pump that I'm using is a standard inline clear water pump that I got at Harbor Freight. That's right down the road from me. Now it's got 1 inch in and out, but we reduced it to 3/4, and I'm not having any type of problem. Here's the box, so y'all can see Pacific Hydrostar. Now I've had people tell me that this thing's junk and that you're wasting your time with this, but let me tell you something. This thing is working absolutely perfect for what I need. I haven't had one problem with it, knock on wood, but my problem was when we got this started. We've got the pressure switch in there, and I'm just using a standard, a well pump pressure switch that you get at Home Depot. I think it was $20. I think it's a 25 to 45 psi. And we set this all up, and when we turned it on, the pressure switch kept clicking. It would kick on, kick off, kick on, kick off, kick on, kick off, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, the reason is the back pressure going into the tank was pushing it out and putting it back into the tank, and that would kick the switch back on, and then it would fill up its PSI and again kick back off. So putting this little gadget here, which is a check valve, solved that problem. After that, you got I got my gauge right there, so you can see what PSI the thing's pushing out, and it's constant about 25 to 30, and then the initial pressure, as soon as you squeeze the hose trigger, is about 50, it's working perfect for what I need. I then put just a standard house filter, just to clean up the water a little bit, try to eliminate as many water spots as I can without going too crazy on the filtering system, but it's working perfect. And then out to my hose threads, and I'm using just a standard one of those hoses that retract. It seems to be working really good for me. Now the only problem that I had when I use these for the house is right here at the coupling. They swell and bust when you keep pressure on them, but that's coming out of the house, so there's a lot more pressure coming out of there than there is on this. They seem to be working, very well. Obviously, I have my backup hose just in case something decides to go wrong. You always want to have Plan B. But this process is working really, really well. I'm running a standard generator. I think it's a 3250 running watts, and I think it's 45 max. It's got the 2 outlets, and what's nice about this pump is it's got a standard plug, so you just plug it right in, and once you fire the generator up, it's on and going. And as soon as I pull the trigger on the hose, I got my water. It's very, very, very efficient way to get started. I'm very happy with the process, and hopefully this helps some of you other people out. And I appreciate you watching my video. Thanks.